Jimriep Saw. That's the Cambodian greeting that Logan and Gisela should know by now. I just came off the plane after I'd been running 2 short-term camps for 2 weeks. The camp finished on Friday. I hopped on the plane on Saturday, and I arrived here at 2:30 this afternoon. So if I do sort of not make sense, which in the best of times that happens, but more so now. So this is my family. We're a little bit older now. This is a couple of years ago. That used to be our station wagon, and we do wear helmets. So please don't come after church and tell me that we should be wearing helmets, because some people have told us that. But this is purely for the photo. As you can see, we're not moving. So my daughter Micah is now 14, and Craig is in the middle, the white guy. And then obviously there's me and Jaden at the end, who's 16. Look who's this. So I just want to thank everybody for sending Logan and Gisela to visit us. And actually, they are the first pastors that have ever come out to visit us on the mission field. And we've been on the mission field for, 20 years, maybe? So, we've had lots and lots of visitors. That's not to say that we haven't had visitors, but it's really special to have some people who deliberately came to check up on us. So I was very particularly dogmatic that they needed to taste bubble tea. And there's evidence of 2 types of bubble tea. So I had to make sure that they had 2 types of bubble tea, because there's quite a connoisseur. We in Cambodia are quite connoisseurish about our bubble teas. But I don't think they liked it at all, actually. But don't worry, they did do some work. On the top corner there, you can see Logan is teaching, and he had translation. Did Craig translate for you? Or yeah. And then that's our team for a group photo at the end. So some of you will be wondering, who is this girl standing up in front of you? So about 40 years ago, this church, the leadership of this church, decided to sponsor some refugees. And yours truly is up there, cute but miserable-looking person up there in that picture. And so this church sponsored my family, my mum, my brother and I, and my auntie. My father died during the Khmer Rouge, and so we ran to the refugee camps. And growing up at St. Andrews really taught me God's love for the poor. And the way you guys welcomed our family and loved on us helped me to understand God's love for other people. And so from a young age, I really felt a calling back to Cambodia. And then, to answer my mom's prayers, God really provided me with a husband, because my mom did not want me to go back to Cambodia single, which I was determined to do if that needed to be. But anyway, God did provide Craig. And this is our first slum shack in Cambodia. It's not very clear, but we don't have as many wrinkles as we do now. Okay, so this is Craig and I, and some of the kids in our community. So in our house, we have an open door policy. And if you see the piles of Lego, we just got an influx of new Lego, which was really great, because all our Lego started disappearing, and especially Lego people disappear. And I don't know why, but at Christmas time, Jesus always disappears. So the little girls in the bottom, in our neighborhood, most people are sitting around doing this. And anybody want to guess what they're doing? I can tell you it's jeans or some other type of clothing. No, you need water for dyeing things. No. It's even less. Not even as exciting as that. No, not folding, as you can see. If they were folding, that's not a good job of folding. They're actually just cutting the little threads. If you look at your jeans or any pants that you buy from the shops, there's very few threads on your clothing. And these people just sit on the street or sit in the front of their house and they snip off the threads that are excess from being sewn from the factories. Anyway, so that's one of the jobs that our community does. This is our house. No, this is not our house, sorry. This is my view from, I'm standing at my house, and to the right of my house, there's a shack. And then on the left-hand side, my left-hand side, there's this huge mansion. So it just shows, and then the middle is the road that we live on. It's still dirt road. And in Cambodia, the houses are very mixed up. There's a beautiful, amazing mansion, and right beside it is a slum community or slum house. And this is our Micah. She was in she loves singing, she loves drama, she loves anything that makes her stand out. And she's with our cat there. But she is a very talented singer. And she and Craig are often leading worship at our church. And this year, the kids have learnt how to ride a motorbike, which Micah says she's never going to make the same mistake as her mum. The biggest mistake of my life, or your life, Mum, is not riding a motorbike before you were 40. So she's never going to make that same mistake. And so I think she was 13 in this photo, she learnt how to ride a motorbike. Jaden, again, was also in the drama, but he was Clogsworth. And if you imagine Clogsworth from Beauty and the Beast, Jaden's a bit like that. He's a bit awkward, a bit geeky, rules-abiding. He's just a bit like Clogsworth. So the character really suited him well. In the right-hand side, he's dressed for the formal, and there's a photo of him riding the bike. And again, my kids love eating, so they all have learnt how to cook. I teach at the children's school, which is Hope International School. The school was started as a missionary school. It was basically to provide quality education for missionaries like us so that we could stay in the field. And unlike some of the wonderful people in this church, we could not do homeschooling. I could not do homeschooling, so I had to teach at the school so that the children could go to school and we wouldn't kill each other. This is the Alongsiders office. So Alongsiders International started a long time, when we first went to Cambodia in 2000, we started a project called Project Halo, and that was to care for orphans dying of AIDS. And within that project, we started a program to mentor and disciple youth in the church. The children whose parents had been dying of AIDS. And then in 2013, we went back and we started Alongsiders International. So Alongsiders International is the office, the headquarters for 12 countries around the world. So starting in 2013, and now it's 2019, it's spread to 12 countries. And Craig does all the overseeing and visioning and caring for the teams around the world. So he travels quite a bit. These are the pictures of the kids who are being mentored and discipled by youth like you guys, or the young ones in this group. So the vision of Alongsiders is that young people can get alongside vulnerable children in their communities and disciple them and lead them to Christ. So one of the main criteria is choosing somebody who's not churched. So that really helps with church growth because when you disciple someone's child, the parents are interested in why you are discipling and getting alongside their child. So they want to find out what the church is all about. So something exciting at the beginning of this year, we opened Shalom Valley. And Philip, do you want to show the video? This is a semi-recent video of what Shalom Valley now looks like. It used to be grass and paddocks. So what you can see on the top there is the MPH, the multi-purpose building, and where the solar panels are the dorms. This is the S shape, which is the water obstacle course. And on the left-hand side, we've just started digging a V shape, which will become flying fox and more obstacle courses. And the big patch of grass was the soccer course, the soccer field. Now, when we research doing Shalom Valley, the number one thing that every Cambodian church pastor, leader, and youth group wanted was a regulation-sized soccer field. They didn't care if you had a kitchen or nice dorms. They would be happy to sleep under the stars, but you had to have a regulation-sized soccer field. So there's a little hut there that has fish in it. So if you want to sit down at the hut and have a fish, there are fish in there. Oh, these are some more pictures. Often, so we, like I said, I just came back from a camp, from 2 camps that we were leading for international teams. But the vision of Shalom Valley is to provide a space where people can come for church camps. Poor Cambodian church can afford to go places where they can build community and just to really enjoy being together. That's my father-in-law that's doing the obstacle course. He's 72. So if he can do it, most of us can, but not all of us probably should. But it's really exciting, and all the kids, they start off really scared, but at the end of it, they're having a ball. So, yeah. I've done 2 learning exchange camps this last couple of weeks. If you guys are ready to bring another team over, we'll be excited to host you. I know some of you came, 10 years ago? 20 years ago? Joyce, was it? 2005. Oh, that was quite a while ago, yeah. Okay, so in September, is it September, Marie? 20th of October, we are going to do a Flip-Flop Sunday. Flip-Flop Sunday is to raise awareness, not only for alongsiders, but for people to walk in solidarity with the poor and vulnerable children around the world. And if you go to the website, and I think I have a little video, of it in a minute, not yet. On the website, there are activities for youth groups to do, or just you individually to do, or for the church to do, or there was one more group, I've forgotten, another group of people to do. So otherwise, just wear flip-flops on Sunday. And Craig would love it if some people would love to endorse it and give him some quotes that he can put on the promo stuff for it. That'd be really awesome, and pray that, you could be involved in that and that you would help raise awareness for the vulnerable children around the world. When I was thinking about coming here and speaking, and I told Logan, I don't like public speaking, Logan. And he said, just say whatever you want to say. And I've said whatever I wanted to say. But I really want to encourage you and praise God for being part of God's kingdom and his work around the world. You know, I think of myself as very boringly ordinary. And somebody said, it's our job to be ordinary. We do the ordinary stuff. And it's God who does the extraordinary things in us, and he pulls the things together. And when I look at my life, and I was born in Battambang in Cambodia in the middle of, not quite the middle of a civil war, and God brought me all the way across to New Zealand, only to send me back to Cambodia. And and that's pretty amazing in itself. But in Cambodia, to be able to own land, you actually have to be Cambodian. So we couldn't do Shalom Valley without me being there. And so God has his timing and his purposes. And yeah, I'm just a little ordinary person doing what God called me to do. And he does the extraordinary stuff in us. And I want to encourage you guys to do your ordinary and see God in the extraordinary.
Spider.
Chanclas.
Pantoufle.
Pisang.
Slipper.
Tiaslatzen.
Tiratu.